Inception. Anyway. Howdy, howdy, boys and girls, and welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, I mentioned just a second ago, I don't know if you saw me set up everything, but I've not played the Stanley Parable, but I have watched people play the Stanley Parable. Just because it's one of those games you're not completely sure how good it's going to be per se. So, just to be safe, I just watched it instead of buying it. But it was a great looking game, and it was funny as hell, so I thought I'd actually be able to play it on the channel. I've had it downloaded for a while, I just haven't been able to get it out there. So, let's start this. It's the same loading screen. That loading screen is exactly the same. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is this the same game, or is this... I thought
Stanley
this was more.
worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
It's also been years, so I don't know if this is the same story.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Somehow. To be fair, if I got paid to push buttons all day.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. Well, welcome to the Stanley Parable. This, if I remember correctly, this is just like what the first game was. It hasn't been different yet. 427.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so this is just the Stanley Parable.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, sorry. No, truthfully, I don't remember much about this game. Like, but I remember it was very, like... What's the word? Where it's very, like, aware of itself? Any of the other computers turn on? No, so I'm just turning off every computer. Also, void. I can't turn off that computer. I can. 425. Need to remember to go on to 425. Got a ladder in there. That's a leaf. What kind of meeting were y'all having? There's no table in there.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so from what I remember the Stanley Parable, I obviously haven't explained any of this, I had no idea what this game was going to be. It's a lot of choices. Whereas the narrator, you could either follow him, you could deny him, or you could do some weird mixture of the two. Now, I'm thinking I'm just going to play through this first game once, because obviously I don't remember all the endings, but I've seen all of them at some point. But yeah, half the fun of this game is just going against what he's saying too, so...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
These don't seem like very good tips. Using slides to assure employees that everything is... Made the slides for himself by the sounds of it. I can go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's a lot here. Some wrenches, some organizers. What is that?
There was nothing here.
Shut up.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom
Is that
closet.
like a pressure washer
no reason
nozzle
to still be here.
or something? Big roll of duct tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was
shut up,
still
shut
just
up,
sitting
shut
in
up,
the broom
shut up.
closet.
I'm done, okay.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was some coming to a
There we go.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Another choice. Guessing this is the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yeah,
Shocked,
really.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of
Well,
course,
I mean...
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yes, no way I could have known this, so let's leave. I can't leave. I don't think that's what a piano sounds like.
Stanley just
You know.
sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Just realized it sounds like keyboards ever. Achievement unlocked, you can't jump. Okay, what was it? 2845.
2845.
5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Oh, God,
input
it got
the
dark.
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
See, this guy's got the most interesting voice ever because it's both very soothing and both very annoying, which is not a normal combination. But what makes this game ultra deluxe? Because I remember the Stanley Parable being like a good story, and then you could also mess up his
Descending
story.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he
Emotion?
felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I don't have
Why
emotion.
did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No, I must find the answer. Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But escape. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna listen the first time so you can actually get the story.
The
Let
lights
there be
rose
light.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
what was our
secret
number?
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know how many screens there are. Cameras?
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Fire.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Or somewhere
The
over here.
lives of so many individuals
Like that
reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What were we? Wait, weren't we 497? Hold on. Go back to numbers. No, there. Or were we 427? Why does 427 sound more accurate? That could be. Looks like an office. Let's see, 427, just in case. Ooh, that one could also be ours. I don't know. One of those two, probably. Elevator?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
No.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It's a desk job. Everyone
No.
knows it's monotonous,
He refused to
mind-numbing.
believe it. He couldn't accept it.
If you get
His
paid for
own
it, just
life
do it.
In someone else's control?
At that point.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
There we go.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
Well, am I
eating,
literally the only
working,
one?
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Will I? There's a button up there. Button. Again, I don't remember a lot of this, so like I'm just kind of going. Oh, there's a door there. I can't go up to button. Okay. Guess we're gonna keep going. But yeah, no, if all the power's out, like all these mind control status is offline, am I the last one to leave here, or was I the only one here in the first place? Because all the offices were empty. Mind control's idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Hell yeah. But power, though. No, I'm kidding. Ah, that was loud. Okay. So is this where, like, the actual Ultra Deluxe part starts, or?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Oh.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And
Well,
yet,
then let me out.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
That was creepy. When I
but
looked up,
happiness.
or when I looked
Perhaps
down,
his
it looked like
goal
stairs
had
going
not
up
been
for a
to
second.
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell
Little
him where
bright.
to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I would love to. It's just not all the way down yet.
Stanley
Oh.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
I want to look back. What did I just
immense
walk out of?
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Okay, but what if?
And Stanley was happy.
What if he was still under the influence of the machine? That's why he was happy. They just wanted him to be happy again. Beat the game. Achievement unlocked. So that was the Stanley Parable. Literally, that little 15-minute segment is the Stanley Parable. But then starts you over at the beginning. So I'm not sure what makes it Ultra Deluxe at this point. So I'm gonna look into this real quick. Oh no. Okay. So apparently it is basically the same game, but bigger. So that, I guess, will just be a recap of what the Stanley Parable was. But there's a lot to rediscover, if you will. So, to kind of prove a point, let's go
All of his co-workers
and make
were
this guy
gone.
as angry as
What could it
possible.
mean? Stanley decided to go to
Or
the
do
meeting
everything
room.
wrong.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
First playthrough, had the angel on our shoulder.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
How we got
he
the
entered the
devil.
door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did I?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, totally.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
drink.
constructed room. Stanley simply stood here,
I thought
drinking
that
it
was
all
like,
in.
that's ice. I thought that was actually like destroyed at the bottom. Why is this window closed? Oh, wait.
Yes.
That's cozy,
Really, really worth it
I
being
don't know why I
here in
like
the
that.
room.
Shut up.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yes.
Really worth it.
Oh, you can actually sit. Oh, that's awesome. You could start to hear the little bit of like the
At this
twinge in
point,
his voice.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
That's not my time. You had me put in my time. Why wouldn't you use my time?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
But there is more. Or at least you keep talking like there's more. Coffee. Coffee nut. Get one of those for my girlfriend. Is that the I Hate Mondays one? I think that one's will be my Valentine from what I saw. #1 dad. Classic mugs. Hell yeah.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and
You
took
have to
the
leave
first
eventually.
open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. You could agree with him and go to the door left, but then he's probably going to have you go straight across, but there's an elevator right there. But we're going to just be douches. We're just going to say no every time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, it's one of those little tampy things. Why do we have... What do we do here? What were we supposed to do here? Besides press buttons. I don't remember this having a floor. Is that new? Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. You know, just death. Yeah, I know we're doing that.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What?
Nope.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
I
chance.
don't want to make any choices till he says something. Nope.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door. That's right for you. This is my right. So it's a red door. Red door, right? You can see I'm pointing in the direction of the red door. No.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood.
That was actually jarring.
Stanley walked through the red
I actually don't remember this part. That's actually kind of cool.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
But oh, the blue door is still here. Okay, wait, can I? I had to make sure. Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Hell
well,
yeah.
Don't let me stop you. Do you see? There's nothing here. I haven't even
There's a door
finished
over there.
building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be
Door
here in
over
the
there.
first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do not think I put a lot of time into that.
I don't
because
care.
I did.
Well, you're
And
kind
in
of
the
just
end,
a
it was
voice
all
actor
for
at the
nothing.
end.
Because
Well, you
this
put a
is
lot of
what
time
you
in
wanted
it.
to see.
Anyway.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Adventure.
What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Drama.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Awesome.
There we go.
Oh,
A
jeez.
third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I'm here to piss him off. So even though I really want to see what that third option is.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Aw.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I don't want to give it. Oh, I no longer click when I give. Can I go over there? That door's like perfectly aligned. I can't jump or anything. There's a door over there too. I want these doors, man. Is there one down there? Is that what that light's there? There is. One.
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically
Let me
and
go.
artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to
I can't
judge.
speak. I'm a Stanley.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh goddamn. Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped
What?
you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
2 seconds. Like obviously these aren't real. But like what the hell? Oh no. How far down? This yeah, I thought so. Wait, no, that's the time, not. But no, that's the time, not how long I've been doing this. God damn it. I have at least 3 friends on Steam. A dead rat. I do like I like the leaderboard, but we're just gonna not use the orange door. What? What? Why is it glitchy out like that? Sir? 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 Sir, I'm stuck. Sir, I didn't mean to. Wait, I didn't mean to. Did I break the game? This game was made back in 2013. And then this Ultra Deluxe version was a remake of said 2013 game. Did they remake it with glitches? I can't get out. No, I'm not kidding. I literally can't get out. I've tried. I've actually tried to get out of this room. Hold on. Help! Just gonna crash in the corner. Okay. I have to completely restart if I want to. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? I don't even. Well, I guess that's all for this episode. I kind of want to see what new choices it has, but I don't know if I want to have like a full series on this because there's a lot of choices, especially in the original Stanley Parable. For being 15-minute runs, there were at least like I don't know, like 20 different endings, at least. I'm lowballing the hell out of that. I'm pretty sure, but like I didn't know breaking the game was an ending, so I guess we'll just have to live with it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It does wonders for the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, like I do, please put it in the comment section down below. I'll respond to all of them as long as I'm still a small channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can see more videos like this when they pop out. I think I'm going to continue this game. I was very willing to not do so when I realized this was basically the same game. I mean, realizing there's more options now kind of makes it more enjoyable at the idea of coming back. But I'm pretty sure the real reason I want to come back to this game is because I just broke it. So I kind of want to find other places I can break this game. Which is weird, because this game is made to, like, give you options to the player that wants to break the game. And yet I glitched it out by picking those options. Like, what? There's no way this was my fault, right? I didn't do anything wrong here. I think. He said her dead rat was better than me. He deserves this. You know what? No, I'm not apologizing. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching. See y'all in the next video I record, alright? Peace.